Alright, hi chat. It's been a while, hold up. I hear music. Over here, you. And, oh, I should close that. Hi chat. Let me get the music. Twitch chat is more evil. Oh my god. Hi, oh my god. I did hydrate and stretch. Mm. Oh boy, I'm gonna be tired all day. I woke up at like 7. I did not get a lot of sleep. I uh ah right, train of thought, right. That's what I was saying. It's been a while. I know. I seem to be doing like 2 streams and then I get sick for a week. That seems to be what's happening this summer. I kind of don't like that. Part of that is that I do this thing where I feel slightly okay and then I start pushing myself because I'm trying to make up for lost time, and then I'm actually not feeling okay, and then I burn myself out again instead of letting myself heal. That's really cool. I love how I do that. I love how this is a cycle that I get stuck in. I apologize. I will be burping this entire stream. There is nothing I can do about that. My body is still protesting its own existence. Uh, but I could not wait to stream again. What the heck do we have the Vortex EQ? What the... I am legally obligated to agree with you, but what? Hold up. I'm gonna minimize that. There we go. But yeah, it's been too long since I streamed. And my brain does this thing when I don't stream for a while where it starts to think I'm a complete failure and my mental health plummets. So here I am streaming. You're the only one that uses the legally obligated line. Runa, I don't know if you haven't been around in a while. Also, hi Runa, you haven't been around in a while. One of my subathon goals was that I have to agree with all compliments for a year, which I set high enough that I didn't think would happen. And then y'all doubled that. All I'm saying is that reward's coming back and it is going to be more expensive next time. Wait, you saw the ping? What ping? Oh, right, that ping. I forgot I did that. Sorry, my brain is in no shape to be playing this game right now, but we're playing this game right now because I can't play anything else because I don't know what kind of fuck-ass position I slept in, but my wrist feels like it's about to fall off, so uh, I can't really do anything with my right hand. Oh, hold up. Oh! You see, Runa, now the problem is that I heard that, so, You're gonna try tonight. You're still gonna feel weird. You have a point. I'm still gonna put that freaking objective on the subathon. uh, I love having Runa in chat because you just get to bully Runa. It's great. Anyway, I should probably start playing the game. I don't think the game's updated since I last played. The game has not updated since I last played. Demo, we're gonna do some endless because this is the best mode. I play this game so much it has its own layout. I'm not gonna do blind mode because my brain is barely fucking working right now. We have 2 okay, we just actually have 2 outcasts? Fair enough. Lilith? Oh, this is a disgusting set of characters to give me on the first puzzle. I guess I should explain, since we have so many people that probably don't know this game, I should try and explain all the roles. And no game sound. Thank you for reminding me that this is one of those games I have to manually... demonbluff.exe, not that one, to game audio. There we go. Now we have game audio. Thank you for pointing that out. Someone's got to kill this baker in stream place chat. Actually, no, it could be corrupted or drunk. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Some games don't remember their audio settings, and this is one of them. Okay, we got Lilith, who will kill at night. I should also lean out of the way. We do have a nighttime behind my head every 4 flips. The Poisoner, who corrupts a villager adjacent. The Doppelganger, so we will have a double claim, unless Baker shenanigans. And the Drunk. Fuck him. Fuck the Drunk. Don't like that guy. Actually love that guy. He makes for great puzzles. Okay. A Jester. We'll hold on to that. That is a powerful thing for you to be saying. I'm gonna just keep flipping clockwise, I think. I have a sneaking suspicion 8 might just be the Poisoner. Okay, hold up. Just with this much information, here's my hypothesis. Doppelganger villager in some combination. Poisoner. Good. That is, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it. Shit. This is powerful information, though. One of these is corrupted. Okay, I'm just gonna flip this. Investigator. Well, we know that's good. Okay, one or both of these is corrupted. Well, it is very difficult. Wait a minute. This is corrupted. Hold up. I'm going to use you on the bishop information. You're going to say 0, which proves that one of these is evil. Which I think I already knew, actually, so that was not a good use of that Jester. Keep flipping. Okay, now I'm thinking these two are agreeing. This is the... I hate you. God damn it. Okay, that was a rough puzzle for puzzle 1. It was a rough puzzle for puzzle 1 when I haven't played this game in over a week, and also I'm sick. Is this going to be a short stream? This is going to be an as long as it is stream. Okay, let's try actually thinking this time. We've got Ba, who is causing this to happen. Who knows what outcast this is? We got a Shaman, which again means we will have a double claim. Bombardier, do not stab. And who knows? I feel like I've seen a Jester in seat 1 before. I don't know where I've seen that before, though. This seems like a factually true statement, but there could be a plague doctor or a drunk under this. That is a very easy to prove thing. Is this just solo town of Salem? Pretty much. 5 is good. Saying that about your neighbor. Oh, but we don't have any neighbor effects. Well then. I can say a few things about this. You are good, because you cannot be disguised as. You are good, because there's no possible way anything could be corrupted. You are evil. Demonstrating what Paper Moon said. The goober Prime Minister Ba pointing at a wretch and calling it good. The wretch always registers as evil. Great job, buddy. Oh my god. Oh, this is the best puzzle I've ever seen. Oh my god, I'm crying. screenshotting that. Okay, what even were these? Oh, I need some, I need some water. Ah. Oh my god. That was... Oh, well, that is the best thing that has and ever will happen in this game. Oh my god. Just peeked in. How's the stream going? The funniest thing that's ever happened in this game just happened. Also, we've been bullying Runa. I think that's a good summary of what's happened so far. Right, I should explain the cards. We got Ba, who knows? We got a Chancellor, who's creating an extra outcast. We got a Rambler, who will say something very interesting and get told to shut up, allegedly. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. That is a mildly suspicious thing to say, but this is probably not good unless we have a drunk in one of these 2 seats. Or I guess this could also just be a drunk. Left side more evil? That seems entirely possible. Closest evil clockwise? That agrees with you. Runa's here? Runa was here at least. Okay, do you seem drunk? You're pointing at these. You're trying not to get bullied? Runa, this is the wrong chat to do that in, and you know that. Okay, you're 1 card away from the closest evil. This could just be evil, and then this is 3 goods. Never mind. That's a Rambler. Why are you talking? Well, this has to be a Rambler. Because we need to have 2 outcasts, and I'm only seeing 1 outcast. So, this is good. If this is good... This is not good. That's Ba. We do have a drunk. This is factually true. This is factually true. This is factually true. 1, 2. So 1, 2, which means it's just the hunters. Okay. If you're quiet, then others might get bullied instead. Yeah, but I know you're here, Runa. So, like... Okay, that was a much easier puzzle than the first one. Oh, good lord, that is way too many things in the freaking card list. Okay, first of all, we have nighttime, because Lilith. We got this dingus who's gonna do absolutely nothing. This guy who's creating an extra outcast. Oh. We have 1 outcast, and there's 3 face up. One of them's because of the chance. Hold up. If we see a bombardier, we can stab it, because it's not going to be real. It can't be real. The mic break? Oh god, what's going on with my mic? Is my mic... Okay, oh, right. I really want to know what that sounded like. Okay. Of course, we have the drunk. He's just... My mic is fine? Okay. That is a factually true statement. Okay, we got Baker shenanigans. That is not a bombardier. Wait a minute. Outcast of some sort. I guess this could be... This could be a doppelganger. But probably this is either a drunk or a doppelganger. 3 cards away from closest evil. Buddy, that is not true, but you could be drunk. Not important. Yeah, so nobody should tell Runa about, or should tell Sasha about the subathon goal that I had, where I'm not allowed to deny compliments. Nobody should suggest that Runa should do that. Nobody should do such a thing. I really want to just stab this, but like, not yet. Druid. Because I know this is lying. It is factually... Wait a minute. 7's good. Because this is lying. That is actually a recent change that I don't think I explained. Is... Thank you, tutorial pop-up. Is that some characters have specific rules for how they lie, and if a hunter's lying now, it will point at 2 good characters if it can. Which means these are 2 good characters. Hey, Mutzi. You're 2 cards? That's pointing at 9. You were an architect? That is a highly believable statement. Oh. You're a baker. No, you're good. So then this is actually pointing at this? Is it just these 2? It could just be these 2. Well, hold up. This has no outcasts. That has no outcasts. And at this point, I think it just... I mean, I know this is lying. Do I know this is lying? I don't know this is lying. Technically, she's not supposed to do that. That's true. If you do this... Wait, hold on. What happened? I wasn't paying attention. What happened? How does this work? Basically... I forget what we're gonna call it. It's basically social deduction game without the social. Hold up. Actually, no. This has to be an outcast. So this just is evil. Yep. That was the drunk. And then this was the doppelganger. Who knows what it was doppelganging as? Probably either an architect or a bishop. It could have been another hunter, which would have been really funny. Town of Salem. That's what it was. For the unaware, Runa and Sasha are... I don't know the exact word. I don't know exactly what their status is. I know there's something. I will let one of them say something, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Get shouted out, nerd. Okay. We didn't even use the investigator. Poor investigator. I think, yeah, we've seen all these roles before. Rambler. That's suspicious. Why are you talking next to a Rambler? And yeah, definitely shout out Runa. She's great. I don't know how often Runa streams on Twitch anymore, but she definitely still streams frequently, even if not on Twitch. Okay. One of these 2 are on different teams. We could have like a drunk or a plague doctor. Hi, Druid. I'll hold on to you for now. Investigator, can I get some information, please? Oh my god. Thank you. Someone who's actually telling me something. What the fuck? We do have a plague doctor. Well, hold up. We have a plague doctor and a rambler. These are both confirmably good. This is confirmably wrong. Why are there 2 of you? Oh, wait, no. Why are there 2 of you? We have a shaman. There are 2 of you. This is lying. This is confirmably lying. Yeah, this is lying. Right. Because you're telling the truth next to a rambler. So you're gonna say shut up instead of giving me any information. Right. Which means I actually have no way of finding the Plague Doctor corruption. So I'm just gonna have to find all the lies, stab everyone, and hope I get lucky. Okay. Well, this is definitely lying, because this is never evil. So let's start here. Wait, hold up. Yeah, these are all good? I already know these are all good, though. Well, I know this is lying. That was the Plague Doctor corruption. Okay. So, between these, we have Ba and... Well, hold up. If you say anything other than Outcast... Why is the lover's art so cute? All the art in this game is really good. Plague Doctor telling someone to shut up feels out of character. It kind of does. Right. Oh boy. I guess I didn't actually explain what the Plague Doctor does. He causes a completely random villager to be corrupted. And then when you select... Y'all know how to read. I don't need to read this out. You all know how to read. Speaking of corruption, though, we've got a Puka who will corrupt both of their neighbors, and then just the Dingus twins who don't do anything except for lie. Like hell am I stabbing you in a Puka puzzle. This is getting out of hand. Well, here's something I can say. One of these is evil. At minimum. What the fuck? Why are there 3 of you? Wait, hold up. How are there 3 of you? This might just be the entire evil team, actually. It's either Twinions and a real, or it's just all 3 evils. Nine is good. I believe that, actually. 1 pair of evil, that lines up with the it's all 3 knights possibility. Plague Doctor, who will tell me this is... I'm not going to use the Plague Doctor yet. Let's look at this. Hold up, you're saying 9 is good. That's factually true because 9 is a Plague Doctor. You're only pointing at 1... Okay, I'm stabbing this. That's the Puka. Okay, it's just all 3 of them. The correct answer was actually stab all 3 of them. Like... You were right. Okay, the reason I knew it was all 3 of them is a demon cannot double claim with a villager. If you have a demon in a double claim, nothing it's in a double claim with is real. It's all disguised. And the only disguises we have are the evils in this puzzle. We don't have any lycanthropes or doppelgangers or any of that nonsense. So, or drunks, that's the 3rd one. You're gonna head out? Yeah, you take care of yourself, Mutzi. Fish at my window, don't fish at my window. There's already a bird that hit my window like a couple days ago. Rat at your pipes. No, hike. Alright, we've got Lilith, we've got the Poisoner, who corrupts 1 adjacent villager, not both, unlike the Puka. We've got the Puppeteer, who maybe created a puppet, usually does, and we got the Wretch, who is just the most powerful thing, actually, because they are an absolute point of information. Speaking of the Wretch, always good. No one was corrupted around you. That seems exceptionally plausible. You're 2 cards away from a corrupt, so you're accusing this of being corrupted. That's very possible. Oh, right. Lilith. Well, that was good because it wasn't evil. You will never see anything, so... Okay, you're good. I'll stab you. Shit. God damn it! Oh, I thought because this wasn't evil that it wasn't gonna be poisoned, but it was the poisoner here. God fucking damn it. So that's why you don't just stab knights when there's corruption that you don't know for certain where it is. God damn it. That actually looked like an interesting puzzle too. Ooh, we got the witch, which means I can't flip the last card. That's tedious. Or not tedious, it's just annoying. And both of these will be real unless we see a double outcast claim. One corruption around you. That is possible, but difficult to believe. That is a plague doctor. That's a bombardier. This bro is getting much harder to believe. I'm actually gonna flip into the alchemist. Why are there two of you? Okay, well, if bro cured the corruption, then that's the witch. That's actually a knight. Maybe this knight was corrupted and bro actually cured it. Closest evil clockwise, that I think has to be true. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that just has to be true. That also confirms this alchemist, which confirms that we actually don't have plague doctor corruption because it landed here and then bro cured it. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait one god fucking damn second. We have a chancellor in this puzzle. That chancellor has to sit next to an outcast. This is confirmably false and we don't have plague doctor corruption. We have plague doctor corruption. Well, hold up, doesn't it just have to be this now? Because this is the last card? You're gonna say, yeah. You just have to be Lilith, because everything else is... Yeah, okay. I was so confident that okay, I trusted you. Oh, good lord, a puka puzzle with a drunk? That's the worst thing ever. We found the drunk. This has to be the drunk. This is the drunk. Just think about it. No, it could be the puka. This is either the drunk or the puka, but it's never puka corrupted. Because if it was puka corrupted, it would be saying true information while corrupted, which is not allowed. So this is either the drunk or the puka. Wait. No, okay, this is the drunk. Wait. How are there two of you? How are there two lovers? This is the... Wait. This is the drunk, this is the puka. Yep. Don't quote me on that. Like, that was just the only possible way that there could be two lovers in this puzzle with this combination of outcasts. With this combination of cards, and this combination of things being said, this was the only possible way. Because think about it. You can't have two real lovers. The only way to have two lovers is if it's the puka and the drunk. At which point, this one has to be... This one, we established, can't be... Well, I said it can't be puka corrupted. But this one had to be lying because it had to be the drunk. Because if this one was the drunk, then this would have been the puka and they would have both been telling the truth, which is not allowed. Can't have two real lovers. That would be the polycule allegations. Wow. That was just... Love often requires two people? Oh my god, I'm getting bullied for this. What the heck? I don't know what to tell you. That was just the only way. That was the only way that these two cards could exist in the same puzzle next to each other with these combination of things. That was a good puzzle, though. Okay, we got Ba, a witch, and actually a lycanthrope. Because we have nighttime and we don't have Lilith. Which means Bro failed to hide the outcast. Dreamer. That seems exceptionally plausible. 1 or 8 is a witch. That is not what I want to hear. Let's do this. Witch or knitter is a very spicy wait. No, witch or knitter. Okay. So there's 3 things that could mean. There's 3 possibilities for what this dreamer is saying. It's saying witch or knitter because yes, knitter, not witch. And then they're just both good. Well, I guess this could still be the Ba in that situation, but it's either it's seeing the knitter correctly. It's the spicy thing that it could be yes, witch, not knitter. That is a very spicy thing that actually... Wait, hold up. That actually works really well, and I am tempted to stab for it. The third option is that we have neither a witch nor a knitter, at which point is these two. Is this knitter always evil? Is this knitter always the Ba, no matter what the streamer is saying? No, because it could be that these are... It's either all of these are good or this knitter is evil. You know what? I'm gonna clip farm. Damn it. Okay, so these are just all good. That also means you're confirmed good now, because you correctly saw the knitter. That also means the knitter is confirmed good, because I killed it. Jester. And the lycanthrope did just turn. So this information might cease being true. 8 was affected by an evil. That's not possible. Actually, that is possible. Ba or witch? Ba or witch? Because it's actually witch and werewolf? Three was affected by an evil. That... Oh, wait, no, this could be the outcast for Ba. I have to flip this. The druid. Confirmably false. That's the witch. You're telling the truth. You're lying. That's Ba. You told the truth. There is a witch here. 3 was affected by an evil. That... Oh, wait, hold up. You're a witness and a double claim. This ain't real. That's the werewolf. Okay. What was this? Medium. That was actually a bit of a spicy puzzle. Oh, good lord. Lilith, Witch, Twinion, Wretch, and Bombardier that's not a Bombardier. Okay. Jester. We do have nighttime as well. I should get out of the way. 1 card from closest evil. Lilith is 1 card from closest evil. That's a spicy thing to say. This could just be Lilith. Like, these two could both be evil. Well, these two are not both evil. This is good. So, in order to make these two both true, what would have to be is one of the minions, and then somewhere over here we have both of them. Could also be this is lying and these are both, and then these are both good. That's also very possible. This is confirmed. No, it's not confirmed. I know what numbers are. 4 or 8 is a twinion. Interesting. We do have a witch, so I need to be careful. That is not a bombardier, because we have 1 outcast, no chancellor, and a wretch. That's the witch. Okay, I no longer need to be careful about flip order. That's a wretch. 9 was affected by an evil. Factually true statement. Being killed by Lilith does in fact count as being affected by an evil. Oh, and then this is confirmably good, and then this is Lilith, which makes you good. At which point, you should say, if you say anything other than 3, you're dead. You said 3. It's you. There we go. That was an easy puzzle. All right, we got Ba, Chancellor, Rambler, and who knows. Not a lycanthrope, that's what I can say. 3 was affected by an evil. There are several ways that that could be true. That is a spicy thing for you to be saying. That is an even spicier thing for you to be saying. That is factually true. Why are there 2 of you? That is a wretch. And that has to be the Rambler. Why are you talking next to a Rambler? Goodbye. Why did you not get turned into a baker? Goodbye. Easiest puzzle ever. I didn't even have to read the information on the cards. Actual easiest puzzle. Never put Ba in charge of the evil team. Oh boy, Ba is in charge of the evil team. With a witch this time. And who knows? 1 card from closest evil? I feel like I've seen a hunter that says 1 card away from a closest evil into a witness that says 3 was affected by an evil beside each other before. I don't know. Okay, how could 3 have been... How do I make this witness true? This is a drunk. Or a doppelganger that's been hidden by the Ba. That's the only way to be affected by an evil in this puzzle. Closest evil equidistant is very spicy to say in a 2 evil puzzle. You are actually pointing at 3. Wait. This enlightened is never telling the truth. This is always a lie. Allow me to explain. Actually, no. It's probably a lie. I'm gonna leave it marked as red. But this is my current read on the situation. That works. And that's a witch. So you should say either... You'll either say demon or... No, I shouldn't do that. Well, hold up. Let's put you on these. You say minion. So you're a drunk. I think it's just these 2. And then this is telling the truth. This works really quite well. Witch? Ah. I knew it. What were you? Ah, confessor. So I wouldn't have really got much out of this. Just bishops being powerful is what that one was. Oh, good lord. Okay. So... we have nighttime. We also have Lilith, which is why we have nighttime. We got Twinion, Chancellor, Plague Doctor, Rambler, Doppelganger. Now here's something I can say. We have a Plague Doctor or a Rambler. We do not have a Plague Doctor and a Rambler. And we always have a Doppelganger. Because one of these is just real. One of them was made by the Chancellor, and one of them was made by a minion disguising. I'm not stabbing this just because it could be Plague Doctor corrupted, even though there's a very decent chance we just don't have a Plague Doctor. Clockwise? That seems about right. Well, you're good. This could be the doppelganger pair. Rambler. Bishop telling the Rambler to shut up. Plague Doctor. So these were both good. Now, here's something I can say. We have 2 double claims and we should only have 1. I think I'm going to just use the cheat code. Okay. This is good. That's evil. This could be Plague Doctor corrupted, but nope, it's just the Chancellor. That means is this a real bishop? Maybe. If this is a real bishop, then I think it has to be the knight. No, it could be this druid if this is... No, because Lilith is the last evil. I think this is just Lilith, but... You're pointing at this one. So let's see if you see a Plague Doctor here. You do see a Plague Doctor. Let's see if you also see a Plague Doctor. You also see a Plague Doctor. So this is the doppelganger pair. This is the Plague Doctor corruption, because it should be saying equidistant, because this is Lilith. No. This is good. This is Lilith. And the Plague Doctor corruption is dead. This is Lilith and the Plague Doctor corruption is dead. Plague Doctor corruption was this architect in seat 9. Okay. I really thought this was going to be Lilith, but no, it was this. Okay. Oh, good lord. A Puka, a Witch, a Plague Doctor, and or a Rambler. Because we only have 1 outcast and we don't have a Chancellor making the second one. Speaking of Rambler. Slayer. Judge. Knight. 1 is a real Rambler. I don't believe that, I will be honest. 9 is good. That seems believable. 1 pair of evil. Okay, I'm actually going to flip these because of the Witch. Plague Doctor. Well, I'm going to take the easy route. Not corrupted. Oh. Okay, well, here's the easy thing. This is not a Rambler. This is a lie. This is a lie. I think I want to investigate are these 2. Demon. That is a very spicy thing for you to be saying. So let's try to make this investigator correct. This should accuse you of lying. Okay, so that would imply Puka corrupted, which means this is safe. Plague Doctor, I forgot about that. Wait, it's corrupted. I kind of believe these 2. 1 pair of evil would work because it's this. I think this is the Puka. Shit. This was the fucking Puka. God damn it. And there wasn't 1 pair of evil because you're the witch. What even were you? I don't get to know. God damn it. Fair enough. I really should have thought of that. Puka Minion Wretch. That seems very plausible. These 2 are agreeing with each other, so they're either Puka and corrupted, both evil, or both true. Now here's one thing I can say. There cannot be two knitters in this puzzle. I'm sus of you just because these two are agreeing with each other, but let's see what this looks like. Investigator. That's a wretch. Well, I don't think this is ever corrupted. It's okay, that's real. This is confirmably good. It's telling me absolutely nothing, but even without looking at the numbers, it's good because there is no outcast in this village because the only outcast registers as a ret. It registers as a minion, which it is correctly pointing at as a minion. Dreamer. If you say demon here, villager. I think this is just the minion. But wait, hold up. Where do we fit a puka on this board? Because there has to be 3 lies in a row with a puka. So where do you even fit that? I could cabbage check the dreamer, but I think the dreamer's info will be more useful than just confirming itself. I'll stretch. And I'll hydrate. Okay. Tour 1 is a villager. I don't think this is true. I think this might actually be true. Because now I'm thinking this actually. Poet or minion? I think I have it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, both knitters couldn't. Well, couldn't it have been both knitters? No, because then why are you saying that? Okay. See, yeah, Dreamer is such a fun role. I love the Dreamer. Okay, we've got Lilith, Twinion, Chancellor, Rambler, Bombardier. Oh, it would have been 2 pairs? Oh yeah, the fucking wretch. I forgot about the wretch. Bombardier. True unless there's a second one. Why do I speak? Knight with no corruption. Don't mind if I do. Twinion. Okay. Sometimes you get lucky. That's good. This has to be an outcast or you're in... This has to be a rambler or you're in spicy water. I'm actually going to flip this. Hoping you would say something. That is a rambler. Oh wait, you were already confirmably good because... Right. This Bombardier is good. This is the humble... Yep, the humble Bombardier in seat 2. Judge, okay. Don't know what to do with you yet. Well... I don't know. I don't have a read on where Lilith is. I think Judge, the most interesting... You think he's lying? Okay, so you're good. This is Lilith. This just is Lilith. So let's do this. You said minion. That actually doesn't tell me very much. Because you're Lilith every time. And this is a Bombardier 50-50. Oh, wait. Because if you were saying minion... Never mind, it is 2. Yeah, that's a good point. Because you wouldn't say minion if there was a minion. I'm smart. In my defense, I'm sick. God, Puka drunk. Well, that's not true. I don't need to flip any other cards to tell you that this is not true. Investigator. Druid. Does this have to be true? No, because this is actually what you would say, no matter what, this is actually a completely useless statement, because it's either true or exactly what you would say if you were next to a Puka or if you were a Puka. Oh wait, that's a good point. 1 confirms 3 and 4 are good, because it's an oracle and it's lying. That is a very good point. Thank you for pointing that out. You're dizzy. That doesn't surprise me. I think we found our Puka. Unless you're drunk. Oh. This one's drunk. This one's Puka. Yep. Okay. Lilith, Minion, Chancellor, Rambler, Wretch. All the outcasts should be real unless we see a double claim. You are pointing at yourself. That is spicy. Wait, there's no corruption and you're pointing at yourself. What does someone need to do to this game? This has to be good and true. That is wild. That's the outcast. I can stab 9 without even flipping. Wretch. God damn it. God damn it. I was so confident. I forgot about the wretch. No. No. No, we don't need that in the game. Can I just flip everything? I can just flip everything. Left side's more evil. Well, that's not true. Is this mandatory? No, it could. It could. Wait, no. I was gonna say this could be a lie if it's these two. But if it's these two, then this can't be a liar. So this is actually confirmably true. I can confirm that this is true just because there's not enough liars for it to not be true. Here's something I'm just noticing. Why are there 2 investigators? Well, you should just say minion. You're evil. And now it has to be the other one. It just has to be. You're not going to say minion. You're going to say villager. It has to be you. Because it couldn't have been the dreamer, because then the left side wouldn't have been more evil. Okay. Feels so bad I accidentally stabbed a wretch. Oh, good lord. This is the kind of puzzle where Ba actually makes quite the impact. We've got, like, the whole kitchen sink of cards here. No nighttime, though, so not a lycanthrope. That druid is not the first card I wanted to flip. That's a rambler. That's a plague doctor, so never mind. Ba had no fucking impact. What I can say is one of these outcasts is not an outcast. That is something I can say, just as a factual statement. Was worth a shot. 3 was affected by an evil. That is just not possible. Wait, no, it is possible. That makes me actually think this is a Chancellor. Why did you fail to kill it then? Okay, this is a real Plague Doctor. 6 was affected by a Shaman pair. Which means 3 was created by a Chancellor that is sat right here. At which point, why did you fail to kill? Because you could be Plague Doctor corrupted. Jester. And confirmably true Bombardier. Okay. Let's just do this. That is true. Can it be these two? It could be these two. I gotta think. Yeah, Witness could have seen Boz hidden. Oh yeah, you could have seen this as Boz hidden as well. But it really looked like created by Chancellor to me. Especially when I knew one of the outcasts had to be fake. Okay. You're either Plague Doctor corrupted or just evil. You're just evil. Wait a minute. Plague Doctor corrupted and this Jester's evil. Yep. That was a surprisingly not difficult puzzle with the cards it gave me. Ba, Shaman, and... It was inaccurate. Is incredibly sick at this game. What the heck? This seems very likely. Because I don't see any reason that there would be corruption. This seems likely. This seems Shaman pair. And Doppelganger? So it's these two. Shaman pair and Doppelganger. We're gonna build a whole ass house with this village. Too many architects. That was an easy one. Puka Lycanthrope. That is terrifying. Dreamer. Jester. Lycanthrope or Jester? That sounds like... That to me sounds like yes Jester, no Lycanthrope. But it could mean yes Lycanthrope, no Jester. No, it can't. Because then you would be corrupted. Could also mean neither Lycanthrope nor Jester, which would mean real medium and Puka that's causing you to be corrupted. I don't think you can ever be the Puka, though. No, you could still be the Puka. Okay. This is never Puka corrupted. Because then it would be telling the... No, it could be Puka corrupted. Because this could be a Lycanthrope. Oh, hold up. This will never find anything. It's either evil or corrupted. I think this is the Lycanthrope that made it... That's a werewolf now. Werewolf. Which means this actually is also wrong. Does this work? This works. You should say 1? You did not. Does that work with this information? Lycanthrope or Jester? Because this is not a Lycanthrope and this is not a Jester. Okay. It was just that. It was just that. It was shrimply that easy. That was admittedly not a combination I thought it was gonna be when I first looked at it. Not that it was corrupted, I just didn't... I don't know, I inherently trust dreamers. This is too much corruption. You two, stop that. And we got this dingus, or this doofus right here, just to make things even more interesting. I already distrust. Hold up, let's play Liar's Economy. We have we have up to 5 liars in this 8-card puzzle. Can I get someone who's actually saying something? That is a very interesting thing to be saying. That is also a remarkably difficult thing to be saying. Hold up. This is always wrong, which means this is never corrupted. It could be evil, but it's never corrupted. In fact, hold up. Why are you saying this? There are more believable things you could be... Hold up. This is... I think I can solve the puzzle with just this. I think this is enough information for me to solve the puzzle. No, it isn't. Because why would you not have said a more reasonable number? Because that means one of these, and one of these is corrupted. But I don't think that's possible, like, geometrically. Like hell am I stabbing that? There's 2 lovers. Both sides equally evil. I don't think that's... Oh, God. Oh, wait, we have a doppelganger. This has to be the doppelganger pair. That is a good point. Could it just be these two? So why is this bard saying that? The bard could have said 2. Bard wants to like Hunter. Maybe 4 is just in the list of reasonable numbers now. Well, this has to be the doppelgangers, so if you don't see a doppelganger, so you're lying. This has to be outcast, so you're lying. This is actually possible if it's these two. This is like always corrupted. This is never corrupted. I think it's actually wait, no, because you're not corrupted. So we either have poisoner poisoned here. Oh, God. Okay. This is actually really spicy. This is a very difficult puzzle. I think this has to be true now. Because, yeah, neither of these are corrupted. So this is true. Wait. No, this could be, because this could be... This could be poisoner poisoned, and then the doppel's over here. No, it can't, because then the doppel's over here saying this. These two are always good, I think. Grim, thanks for the raid. I didn't even know you streamed. Welcome in. How's things been? It's been a while. Oh God, this is... I did not use these abilities to the best of my ability, I don't think. You're playing Death's Door? I see. I think that that game is on my wish list. It's on the list. I'll end up streaming that at some point in like 5 years. Oh god. Okay, well let's just go with the, let's actually just stab you. Because at this point I have to stab something. You're corrupted, so this is immediately no longer true. But it has to be good, which means it has to be corrupted, which means you're evil. That's the puka that corrupted these two. This is corrupted. This had to be corrupted by the poisoner here. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta stab someone to solve a puzzle in this game. And this was one of those puzzles where no matter who I stabbed, I would get a ton of information. So... because I knew that one of these and one of these was evil. So I just had to... It was the world's most complicated 50-50. It either worked and solved the entire puzzle or didn't work and solved the entire puzzle. Puka drunk. Stop giving me puka drunks in 7-card villages. That's wrong. Feel like I've seen this one before. Although I guess it was a poet last time. Did I do stream? You just couldn't because your laptop was a potato and no, not one that could hold GLaDOS. Mood. This is the drunk. This is either the drunk or the puka. It's never puka corrupted because then it actually was affected by an evil. So yeah, this statement is never true. We got two obvious lies next to each other. 2 cards from a corrupted character? Well, this can no longer be the puka because then this is true. So this is the drunk, which means you're lying. Wait, how the fuck does this work? Oof. Okay, actually, how does this work? How does this happen? No, that used to be possible. Because it will point at a non-corrupted character if it can. And that means this isn't corrupted, but it has to be corrupted. Wait. What? Hold up. Wait. This... Okay, hold up. I figured it out. Villager. True. Puka. Wait, then you're lying. Drunk. Alchemist. Wait, alchemist who cured one corruption? Huh? Oh, never mind. This is the drunk. Who cured this because this is the puka. Shit. Or this is... Maybe this is just the puka. Wait, how are you corrupted? How is this corrupted but not drunk? Okay, I gotta flip more info. Counterclockwise? I feel like this has to be true. False? Hold up. This has to be true. Nope, this could be drunk. Is this just the puka? Hold up. This is just the puka. Then why are you... Never mind. Yeah, okay, it's just this. There we go. Puka 2-7 drunk. This got cured and is 2 away from... Okay, that was a difficult one. Wow. Wow, that was difficult. Thanks, buddy. Okay, we got nighttime because Lilith. We got Twinion and a Wretch. Slayer. Wretch. Confirmably true Bishop. Who also clears 5. I'm going to flip 5 because I know it's true. 4 is a real architect, so I don't need to flip it. That's true. It's these two. Wait. No, you're true. You're Lilith. And it has to be the investigator. Okay, easy puzzle. I could have Slayer checked the Wretch. I'm not going to. Finally, a puppeteer puzzle. We haven't had one of these yet today, except for that one that I failed really quickly. Puka puppeteer minion plague doctor is scary, though. Between over there, we have that. Well, if there's a play, this is very easy to validate. Okay, you're true. You're true. 6 was affected by an evil. Puppet? Question mark? Or corrupted. No, you're not corrupted. I think this has to be a puppet. This could have been a puppet, actually. But I think the evil in this bishop's information has to be the puppet, I think. 9 is good? Never... Okay. I think this is a puppet. Gotta head out. Just came to raid. Good day. Yeah, you have a good day, Grim. Go take care of yourself. Oh yeah, I could have checked on dead 8. That's true. I don't like that tech because it's just not... It's not satisfying. It feels like a bug and I don't like that. Yeah, because you're saying 9 is good, which is a factually true statement. This has to be the real plague doctor because of this bishop. This has to be a puppet. I was right. Which means there's a puppeteer nearby. Okay, bro, that's just not true. Never mind, I forgot about the fucking puka. I forgot there was a puka in this puka puzzle. I was like, what? How are there 2 corruptions? We have a plague doctor and no other source of corruption. Wait. Well, that's not true. And it was cured, so you're evil. You're the puka who corrupted this, and the plague doctor landed over here. You're good, which means this is the puppeteer. Oh, and then this is a minion. Am I bluffing the demons? I sure am. You haven't had water all day? Go get some water, Grim. You're almost as bad as me. Sorry, Alchemist. I forgot there was a puka. I was not familiar with your game. Oh god, Lilith Minion Plague Doctor. Well, that's not true. Left side more evil? Sounds about right. You're good. Plague Doctor. Who actually doesn't have to be real. It's actually gonna be better if I do this. No outcasts, you're good. You love Lilith and hate having to play a game with her? Does one... Yeah, I think this is the best thing to do immediately. Not corrupted, goodbye. This is also just factually true. This is factually impossible, but could be corrupted. Wait a minute. Oh. These two are the Plague Doctor corruption and... Yeah, these two are the Plague Doctor corruption and the evil. So if I do this, now that I know that it's lying, you say false, that means true, that means this is... Okay, that's Lilith, because this had to be the... That was completely false logic. This could have... This totally could have been the Plague Doctor corruption, but... Look, sometimes if you just say something confidently enough, it'll work. That's what I've learned in life. If you just speak with confidence, the universe will bend to your will. Alright, Ba, Poisoner, Rambler, possibly not Rambler. We take these odds. Okay. What, learning how to talk like a chatbot? God damn it. Has to be no Rambler? No, because I think... Oh, wait. Is that how that works? I don't know if that's how that works. Ba always hides a real outcast? I actually did not know that. One evil adjacent to you? Huh. Neat. This is corrupted. One of these two. So I do this. True. Okay, it's this one. What were you even saying? Shut up, because you're next to it, right? Okay, that's new tech. I did not know that. I like that headcanon for Ba. Absolutely does not work for the new Ba skin. If I have it. Does not work quite as well for this, but he says to solve outcast math. We really need the automatic fake outcast back. Like, I don't know why they removed that. That was just a really good feature that has made the game measurably worse by being removed. Because now you can just immediately tell if you have a fake outcast. I mean, you already could, but like you can tell before you've even flipped a card now, which is just... That's not right. That's a difficult but possible thing. Drunk and true? Or just evil and evil? Four claims a doppel? I was thinking four was claiming a drunk. Five was affected by an evil. So you're claiming doppel. Drunk Knight should... Oh, 1, not 8. I'm smart. You're good. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Evil, evil, correct. Doppelganger hidden by Ba. Real, real. Well, it's between these two now. But then why are you saying this? Okay. I keep forgetting that 1 is here, not here. It's like a clock. Like a lowercase clock that doesn't go all the way to 12. Okay, Puka, Twinion, Rambler. 7's a real jester? We'll see about that. That seems exceptionally plausible. This is a very easy claim to prove. You are factually true. Wait. This is not a Rambler. When you kill a drunk knight, what damage do you take? 6, I believe. Mod, have I tried being a programmer? Count from 0, 0 at the top? Good point. Okay, so this is a villager because it's it's telling you to shut up. Jester, real allegedly. That's what I thought. That is such a good Rambler quote for this specific situation. That is a very good point. I love how I was just like, oh yeah, this has to be true. Wait a minute, how is this true next to a Rambler? Still seeing new stuff after all these puzzles. Alright, we got Lilith Puppeteer Twinian Wretch. Factually true statement. 5 was affected by an evil. Does this look like a puppet? Who knows? Well, this is a factually wrong statement and there's no corruption. This is a factually wrong statement and there's no corruption. This is a factually puppet statement and I'm gonna show off something funny. Oh, you can't. No, they removed it. Damn it. I forgot. I didn't notice they removed that. Damn it. Okay, so that used to work, and the reason it doesn't work is not because it's mechanically doesn't work. It's because a card that only has one target cannot select itself anymore. It's factually true. So it's this. Bye, Lilith. What were you even claiming? Nobody knows. That was a hilarious puzzle. Oh god, Puka and Drunk. Yeah, a Puppet Slayer does work. 1 is good. Wait a minute. I love this game. Gem crafters never call themselves good. That's just a rule. A true gem crafter will never point at itself. I don't think it says that anywhere. It doesn't say that anywhere, but like, a true gem crafter will never call itself good. Then because it was lying, it had to point at an evil, and it was the only evil, so it had to point at itself. Factually incorrect statement. I love that in a single evil puzzle. This is... I'm screenshotting that one too. I love this game. Oh god, Lilith, Twinian, Witch, and Doppelganger. Factually true statement. Factually true statement. Factually untrue statement. Puka is honest? Oh, good lord. That would be actually quite interesting, I think. 4 or 7 is a Twinian? Well, hold up. True. True. Why are there 2? Fuck, I forgot there was a doppelganger in this puzzle. Wait a minute. God damn it. Oh, because 6 wasn't a real oracle because the fucking doppelganger. Oh my god. Okay, I forgot 4. I forgot 4. I trusted 4 because it looked like a real oracle. God damn it. There goes the streak. Hookah and drunk? This is accusing specifically 4. You know what? Yep. Always trust the Empress. I didn't actually have logic there. I mean, my logic was... this Empress is either... Actually, no. This Empress was either the drunk or directly accusing 4. That was my logic. Was either this is the drunk or this was specifically... Basically, this was the drunk or this was the drunk. My logic was Yuri. I don't think we haven't seen that many mediums yet. We haven't had a Yuri puzzle yet. Lilith, Poisoner, Doppelganger. Let's try to not get Doppelganger blindness this time. Oh, right. Alchemist absolutely could have fucked up my logic there, but... Closest evil clockwise? I believe you. Druid? I believe you. Factually true statement. Factually dead. I was about to say, why are there 2 of you? Because there's a doppelganger. I feel like these 2 are both pointing at this druid. One of the... Wait. You had to say that. So now this could be the doppelganger pair. But then these would be pointing at each other, so... This is the real Drew. Wait. What? Okay, well this is 2 bakers. Let's just check you. You're evil. This is the poisoner. That's Lilith? This is the poisoner. The poisoner who didn't... Poisoner? Never heard of her. How much do I know about Blood on the Clock Tower? I would love to play that at some point, but I looked into it and got confused trying to set it up. I would love to set up Blood on the Clock Tower at some point. But I'm just, I have a slight case of stupid, despite how good I am at these puzzles. Alright, Lilith, Witch, Rambler, Lycanthrope. That's a spicy combination of cards. Die not factually the first time it dies? I love that. You have to kill it twice to actually kill it. I love that. But doesn't it become obvious then when you kill it and it's not dead that you know what it is, unless there's some other role that it could be confused for? No character was affected by an evil. Factually true at this point. Rambler. What are you pointing at? Why are there 2 of you? Why are there 2 of you? Okay, we know this is a Rambler, so I... Actually, it is worth flipping this to... Oh, I can't, because it's a fucking witch puzzle, right. Well, speaking of witch puzzle, why are there 2 of you? We don't have enough evils for... So these are all good. Wait, people don't die when they are killed? This guy died when he was killed. Well, hold up. There's actually just no reason for there to be two of you. This is the witch. That's Lilith. This is the lycanthrope, then. That is huge information. We do not have a werewolf. 2 and 9 are also hard confirmed. Closest evil counterclockwise. Hard confirms the Empress, who's also already just correct. All of this is true. It is the judge. Lycanthrope. Lycanthrope does turn before Lilith kills. It used to not be that way, but then what was happening is Lilith kept killing the lycanthrope right before it would turn. Kept happening. And the devs didn't like that, so they changed it. Alright, Lilith... Oh boy. We do not have a plague doctor. In fact, if I see a plague doctor, it is the Chancellor. Had to try. Flat out survive the first time you attack it. A roll that's completely immune but gets drunk sometimes. Ah. Close the spoiler log? There was no spoiler log. There's a Chancellor. The Wretch is always... There's a Chancellor, and we have two outcasts, and we have 3 outcasts, and these 2 both have to be real, so this was never real. It's that easy. No corruption. You're real. This could just be evil. I think I like the idea that this Slayer is just Lilith. Yep. Werewolf. Yeah, that's also true. There is no end state. Not gonna cut chewing on a brain cell. Wow. Even if, look, there is no spoiler log for me to be looking at, even if I wanted to. I think. Oh god, we have 2 disguising outcasts. Okay, this is gonna be a nightmare of a puzzle. Okay, Lilith, Poisoner, Chancellor, Drunk, Lycanthrope. Judge. 5 or 6 is a Chancellor. That is a very spicy thing to say. Chancellor is 2 cards away from closest evil. That's possible. I forgot we had Lilith. Is that even possible? Let's just hypothesize you're Lilith. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not possible. There's also 2 of you and there shouldn't be. There's 2 judges as well. Nope, did not mean to do that. Okay, we actually flipped the we flipped the Lycan. What? What? Six is telling the truth. 1 is lying. 1 could be poisoned. Okay. Oh, wait, you would have had to be a chance. Wait, hold up. Oh, God. This just became an... Well, hold up. This is always evil now. This is no longer poisoned, but it could be drunk. I think this... Hold up. If this... I think this has to be the Chancellor, then? Means this has to be the Lycanthrope. Or this could be the... No, because then this can't be the lycanthrope. This could be the drunk. But then why is this lying? Well, hold up. Or... One of these is... Okay, 7 is Lilith. This is wrong. What were you, Judge? This is actually true. Wait. This is true. So this is the lycanthrope. This is either... I think this has to be the Chancellor sat next to the drunk. Whew! Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I did not even think that scout was possible to be true. I was so confident that it was just like these three. Whew. Oh, did you actually... Hold up, did you... Wow, you actually predicted it. Holy shit. That was impressive. I didn't even see that. Ah, you got Scout and Hunter confused. I see. Wow, that was a nightmare of a puzzle. Okay, Ba, Shaman, and... Yeah, it took me a second to figure it out once the Scout was dead, but I got there eventually. 7 is good. We'll see. You two are saying the same thing. You look like a shaman pair. You look like a liar. Unless it's this. No, you just... It would have to be these two specifically, and it can't be these two specifically unless this is exactly a wretch. There's 2 of them. That's a plague doctor. This could be... You are... Oh, hold up. You're pointing at the... I think it's this architect. That's a ridiculous statement. I think this architect is either evil or corrupted. I think this architect is evil. That architect is not evil. Well, this gemcrafter is true, which means this has to be true. And we have 3 liars. So... Ba... Corrupt... Oh, Ba 50-50 is what it is. Or corrupted. Oh, God. Well... Hold up, let's look at you. This is always evil. Now it's a 50-50, though. Yeah, actual 50-50. Actual 50-50. Not a 50-50? Because Ba can't be 3 cards away from the closest evil. Oh my god. Right. I'm stupid. Oh, good lord. That's a combination of cards. Left side more evil? Sure. 1 pair of evil? Sure. Real witness? We'll see about that. Here, this is all pre-werewolf information, assuming we even have one. That is always true. 8 was affected by an evil? We'll see about that. You're good. And we do not have a werewolf. The lycanthrope is on this side of the board. How was it? What evil was... Oh, right, Puka. Puka corruption. Not me forgetting about Puka existing again. Although, one of these is... Well, no. Oh, God, okay. This seems quite likely to be true. But it doesn't have to be. This seems quite likely to be true, but it doesn't have to be. This seems a little unlikely, but it could be. You know, this is the most powerful piece of information on the board. Wait a minute. If one of these is evil, how can that witness be telling the truth? Let me think about it, because there's two possibilities here. They're both evil, which is ruled out as a possibility because they're both in the same Empress's information. Which means that if this is evil, then this is just good. Now, what I was thinking, this could have been the lycanthrope created by the Chancellor. The problem is that if this was a lycanthrope created by a Chancellor, we would have taken 1 damage by now. So, one of these two is evil. But I think what I've confirmed is that this is never evil. It could be corrupted, but it's never evil. Here's the world that I'm liking right now. Wait, but then there is one pair of evil. So that doesn't work. I think this is... I see it. This is what it looks like. You should say this is lying. And you do. I think this is it. I'm gonna stab this witness for the crime of having an extremely suspicious statement. No. That's true. Okay. Well, if that's true, you're the Chancellor. You're true. Confirmably. You are true and correct. You are true and the lycanthrope. This is the Puka. Okay. Sometimes you just need to stab someone to solve the puzzle. Yeah, Puka in one, you don't say. That was a tricky one. I mean, any Puka puzzle is inherently hard. Ba, Poisoner, and Plague Doctor. Real, apparently. 6 had been evil, then 1 of 2 or 3 would be Puka, but either way. The noise when you make out a hidden outcast. We take these odds. We take those odds. This is also confirmed now. This is poisoned or evil. Both sides equally evil? Possible. How? That one, I just straight up went for it, and it worked. I just took the you're not corrupted bet, and it worked. And then I did that again, and it worked. That one wasn't some kind of cosmic brain solution. That one was I decided that I take those odds. Where even was the Plague Doctor corruption? It was over here. Oh god, Lilith, Twinion, Rambler, or Plague Doctor. Well, that's allegedly a Rambler. And that's allegedly a Plague Doctor. That was a snipe, yup. 2 or 8 is a Twinion. That is just factually a true statement, actually. Eight is good? I immediately feel like it's this now. But then why are you lying? Because your Plague Doctor corrupted. Great job, Plague Doctor. You called a good confessor evil. 1 pair of evil? Nope, that's Lilith. What was that Plague Doctor answer? Not a Plague Doctor, that's what it was. 1 was not corrupted, and 4 was not evil, and 2 was not Plague Doctor. Yeah, only a Twinion could answer something. Look, at least it didn't point at the same card twice, because a lying Plague Doctor can do that, and it's hilarious when it does. Oh god, we got the full dingustry over here. Okay. No witch, so I will just go. Well, there's no corruption. You're good. That seems extremely likely. I kind of just trust these. Probably true. Slightly suspicious. Probably not true. God damn it. God fucking damn it, drunk. 2 or 8 is a minion? No. Yeah, that was a certified dingustry puzzle. I mean, I did accidentally stab a drunk. But oh god, Puka Puppeteer Minion Plague Doctor. Okay. 5 or 10 is a minion? Maybe. Dreamer. Interesting Empress info. That is a Plague Doctor. Where did the word dingustry come from? I see it as dingus industry, but honestly, I think Paper Moon just said it. And then I saw it, and then I said it. Yes, but who? That's 2 enlightens in a puzzle that should not have 2 enlightens. That's 2 Plague Doctors. In no possible world is there ever 2 Plague Doctors. Oh, we found the Plague Doctor corruption. Okay, so 3 is confirmed good. That is confirmably Puppeteer. Okay. Well, I can do this. 8 is evil? No shit, I already figured that out. Oh, wait, 1 is evil. 1 is the Puka, so you're corrupted. I should have figured that out when I saw that this was... Oh, I thought this was Plague Doctor corrupted. Ah, shit, the Plague Doctor. I forgot about the Puka again. So, this is what I'm currently thinking. This should say Knitter or Enlightened. Enlightened or Knitter. Thank you, Lying Dreamer. Very helpful. Cue the low health music. Yeah, this is why you don't stab a knight in a Puka village. I just forgot it was a fucking Puka village, is what happened. Lilith, Witch, and both of those two, okay. 3 or 6 is a Witch, sounds possible. That is a Plague Doctor. I can't say that necessarily. Okay. 3 or 6 is what you're saying. Well, it's not 6. I can tell you that much. You should say Outcast here. You do say Outcast. So you are either corrupted or evil. You are not corrupted. Goodbye. I can flip this now. You're 4 cards away from a corrupted character? Buddy, that's not possible. Okay, so the Plague Doctor corruption hit one of these two. Or one of these 3. And then bro cured it. What were you? Medium. Lilith, Poisoner, Bombardier. Okay. We take those odds. Factually true, which means there is a Bombardier among those. That is dead. I love this game. That was another look. When will they learn to not disguise as knights? It's that simple. Okay, let's see. You two brought a friend. We got the whole same setup, but you brought a friend who's hopefully smarter. Oh no. Well, needless to say, that's a factually true statement. This kind of feels like it could be Puppeteer Puppet, but it could also be like any number of other things. Six was affected by an evil. I don't think so. I take those odds. Okay, they figured it out this time. 5 was affected by an evil. Now that's a true statement. Now here's my question. Why are there 2 of you? Oh, that's poisoned. What are you saying? This was Puppeteer Puppet. Where's Lilith? Oh, this isn't poisoned. This is Lilith. Wow, it was just the entire right side of the board. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Puka and Puppeteer... Well, I'd say Poisoner is usually not a dingus. Poisoner's usually pretty clever. Lilith is usually... Yeah, the entire... Yeah, this is just... Yeah, this is the art imitates reality puzzle right here. The entire right side of the board's evil. I will make no further commentary because my channel might get deleted. Okay, Puka, Dingus number 1, Shaman, and Plague Doctor. Fortune Teller. Poet Bard with an interesting statement. Oracle with a statement that's mildly incompatible with that, but not completely. Well, let me just check you against yourself. No outcasts? Correct. Here's a second poet, but that seems to actually just be true, probably. We have an actual bard. Real poet. I think this is the shaman pair, and then this one got plague doctored. This could also be the shaman pair, except they're disagreeing about who the shaman is, so I don't think that's the shaman pair. 5 is not corrupted. So you're corrupted? And then you're true, and then you're not corrupted. But you're also no longer a real poet. Okay. I don't think I can make any. The only thing I know is that this poet's not corrupted and this druid's telling the truth. And that this is a real plague doctor, of course. Why did I mark this as true? Because I thought it was a shaman pair. Okay. This is... I do like the idea that this actually just is the shaman. So let's try this. You're going to say false, but you could be corrupted. You know, let's look at this. This is actually confirmable. This is confirmably lying and confirmably not corrupted. This is evil. That's the shaman. You're telling the truth. Which means you are definitely lying. I'm gonna choose to believe that this is what's happened. And that this isn't just 3 evils. Which it could be. This could also be a puka. But I'm going to choose to believe that. Actually, no, it can't be a puka, because then it would be telling a truth. In fact, the bard is never a puka. Like, that could just be the entire evil... Well, no, the bard can be a puka if and only if this is the minion. But then why is this lying? Plague Doctor corruption? But then why is this lying? Okay. So this bard is just good, is what I'm learning. Oh, wait. How the hell is this poet ever... This is just evil? No, wait. That has to be a real oracle that's corrupted. Because we need a shaman pair somewhere. And suddenly... I think it's just these two. I think it has to be this. Nope, 2 is actually good. And it's actually 2 away from it. Where the fuck do we fit a... This could be corrupted? No, it can't, because it is pointing at a corrupted character. Where do you fit a puka on this board? I mean, like, I guess it has to be here, but doesn't that break the rules of a bard? That was a minion. Oh, I get it. This is the Plague Doctor corruption. This is the puka. This is corrupted. That was difficult. Wow. That was tricky. That was a really hard puzzle. All right, we've got most of the Dingus team, and then we've got a witch and... No. That's an investigator. That's 2 investigators. What, you got a shaman pair of shamans? Oh my... That's where the extra S is. Okay, never mind. That's a rambler. Allegedly. There's no corruption. I'd believe... Yeah, well, hold up. Now that this is a rambler, there's no reason for there to be 2 of you. You should say minion? You said villager? Goodbye. Oh, Ba? So this isn't real either. They think enlisting new blood will help? They were wrong. Never put Ba in charge of the evil team. It doesn't work. Oh, they're running it back with Dingus number 2 instead of Dingus number 1. Okay. Great job, Dingus number 2. Great job. I'm going for the aura points here. Yep, actual run back, and it's going just as well. I love that. I had no idea if that was gonna work. What did Twin Minion try to say? Night. That's what Twin Minion tried to say. It said night, and I said, I don't believe you. And I was right. Oh my god. Yep. Bro said I can't die. And I mean, I was aware there could have been a plague doctor, but like sometimes you just gotta make the content play, not the smart play. I say with a huge streak going. Okay, they've kicked out the dinguses entirely at this point. That's a wretch. Ba is 2 away from closest evil? Is that geometrically possible? Yes. Where did you find a corruption? That is not true. What? Oh. That was in fact possible. My apologies, Knitter. No, it's the minions that are wrong. When will you get the hint, but I know you did actually cause me to hit an innocent this time, but like poor Knitter. My bad. Ah, I see. The Twinions have found new employment under somebody who's a little more competent. Unfortunately, one of them disguised as an outcast, so... I'm not stabbing that in a puka puzzle. 2, 3, or 6. That's an interesting thing to say. That is another interesting thing to say. Is that geometrically possible? Barely. Yeah, that Ba getting me to stab a villager is like... It's like losing in a fighting game, but you actually did something at least. The difference between getting destroyed without getting a hit in and getting destroyed but you got a few hits in, you know? Okay, let's see if you see this plague doctor. You are lying. You are also lying. Well, hold up. If there's this many liars up here, then surely this isn't corrupted. Which means this is not the puka. This could be the puka. I'm gonna check this. False. Is that possible? Plague Doctor corruption? Wait, you would have cured that. This is lying. Wait a minute. It's these two? No, because then that Empress. Okay, let's look at the Empress here. One is evil. We know it's not that. I really do think it's just the Empress. Puka 1? Puka 1 does work. In fact, Puka 1 is very likely. It could actually just still be both of them. In fact, I think it is just both of them. And then you're corrupted? Why are you corrupted? Can't just be both of them. I want it to be both of them, but it can't. Because then why is this Empress not pointing at one of them? I don't think this is an alchemist. There's Twin Minion. Okay. So this got Plague Doctor corrupted. Oh no, this could be the Puka. Hold up. Well, this is true. Which also means this is good. Which means this is Plague Doctor corrupted. And it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. No, because you said false. And you're true. So this is the Puka. Okay, there we go. That was an actually tricky one. Twinions found new employment under a new competent boss, and it was an actually somewhat difficult puzzle. 5 plagued? Nope. 5 had to be telling the truth as soon as 6 was dead. Not a 50-50? Yeah, not a 50-50, because plague fortune teller. Lilith, Poisoner, Dingus number 2, and 1 outcast that ain't real. Counterclockwise. We'll see about that. It could just be both of them. It could just be all 3 of them. Oh, great job, Lilith. That's a knight. That's a Rambler. I think it's actually really helpful to have Lilith attempt to kill the Rambler here. Good Rambler, which confirms you. And you. And kind of you? Why are you pointing away from that? Because it's this? Then... Oh, wait, hold up. This is not a Bombardier. That's the Poisoner. This is poison. One of these is poisoned, the other is evil. How do I feel? Yeah, poor Lilith. Yeah, the Twinions can work sometimes. I mean, Puka put in most of the work there, but... Okay, let's just see if you see this. You see the Rambler, so you're good. Wait, does this guy have to be evil? No. If you say 3, I'm stabbing both of them. Very competent lie from Lilith there. I don't know if there was a way to solve that without that. I don't think there was. Because I knew this was lying, but I also knew it could have been corrupted. Yeah, once this Jester said... I think the play was to actually check the Jester against itself, not against the evil team. Check it against confirmed goods was the play. Okay, Lilith, Shaman, Witch, Wretch. Witch is allegedly over here. That's a fortune teller. That's a knight. No, it isn't. That's a knight. No, it isn't. That's a wretch. And Lilith couldn't kill herself. What? Oh, Lilith is dead. I'm stupid. Okay. Also, I think that's just the witch. Wait, no. Witch is a 50-50. So... I'm stupid. I already killed Lilith. My bad. I'm still clipping that for the night. For the knights. He's like, yeah, that's a knight. No, it isn't. Yeah, I killed the baker because, yeah. I just forgot I had already killed Lilith. I'm like, oh, Lilith didn't kill the last card. The last card is Lilith. Bob, Puppeteer, Dingus number 1, not a Plague Doctor, and something. Hold up, this could be drunk. No, it can't. I think these are just... This one, I don't know. That's the Puppeteer. That's a liar. Oh, we have a wretch. That's just confirmably true. That's not a Plague Doctor. Because we have a wretch, not a Plague Doctor. I don't even know where the wretch is. I just know it exists. Great job, Ba. You tried. Lilith, Puppeteer, Witch, Doppelganger. Oh, good lord. That's an investigator. The druid. That's a dreamer. Wait. Dreamer, actually. Witch or Lilith? That's a spicy thing to say. Well, 5 is dead, so it's not the minion. It could have been an outcast. We'll never really know. That's 2 dreamers. What? This could be a doppelganger. Bishop or investigator? That is spicy. Let's see if you agree with this assessment. Lilith or witch? I think that's a pretty cut and dry. One of them is evil, and it's that one. I think that also confirms this is the shaman pair. Does that confirm this yet? No. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, this is the shaman pair. Or it's real and puppet, except I don't think it can be real and puppet. Hold up, where the fuck do I fit a puppeteer on this board? Puppeteer who couldn't make a puppet, everyone. You'll love to see it. That was a surprisingly easy puzzle, all things considered. That loadout could have been so much worse. Okay, Lilith, Dingus number 1, Bombardier. 1 pair of evil. Bombardier. Both sides equally evil. These two are directly disagreeing with each other. That guy is dead. Evil clockwise? I think it's just these two. But that checks out. Now there's 2 of you. So now I think it's these 2, and in fact, I think it has to be those 2. 2, 3, yeah, it's just the knitters. Okay. Running it back, but with a poisoner this time. That's a jester. That's an architect. Right? So, architect pointing at its own side is always powerful. I'll believe you until I see another one. 4 was affected by an evil. That is claiming 4 is specifically poisoned. Very possible. Poisoner is 1 card away from closest evil. These two cannot coexist and both be true. Because if this is poisoned, this is the poisoner, and this would need to be next to it, at which point it would have to be lying, at which point there'd have to be 3 evils on the left and 2 on the right, and there's not that many evils. So these two cannot both be true. They can both be wrong, though, I think. Yeah, they can easily both be wrong. And then, hold up. How do I make them both wrong? To make them both wrong, then the architect's either evil or poisoned. In fact, I think the architect... I think it would have to be this to make them both evil. I just noticed, why the hell are there 2 jesters? How did I not see that? There's 2 jesters. Okay. Well, we know these 2 are good. And this is probably good. That's never possible. That's even less possible. Okay. That wasn't actually that bad. Come on, give me a real spicy one to end the stream on. 9 and 10 are bomb and 5 is a poisoner. Yeah, that was possible. Lilith's puppeteer, poisoner, doppel. Okay. Well, that is possible. I don't like it, but it's possible. Left side more evil? Okay. 2 poets could be doppelgangers. 5 is dead. A lot of heat on this here architect. Okay, well, let's see. Do you think there's a doppelganger here? You don't think there's a doppelganger there. You're dizzy. Oh. Okay. That's not true. You're poisoned, which means there is a doppelganger here. And it's the architect. Wait, you're not poisoned, you're just Lilith. That was a ridiculous thing for that poet to be saying, but it was true. There were no corrupted characters. Good old poisoner sandwich. Yeah, there were a lot of reasonable lies in this puzzle, but this was an unreasonable true, which is even funnier. I love when that happens. Okay, this is gonna be a spicy one. It's got a puka and a shaman. You're pointing at the dingus being over here. You're saying 8's good. You're an investigator. You're saying 6 is a real witness. I'm not stabbing that in a puka puzzle. 3 was affected by an evil. We'll see about that. Oracle's disagreeing. Two gem crafters. I kind of believe them. And there's the plague doctor who is real. Okay. So we have 2 double claims. One of them is real, the other isn't. I think I'm gonna just stab the knight. Okay. That makes things easier. 5 is not good. Okay, so you're correct. That also hard clears 9, but we already knew that. We gonna do Wind Waker? Yeah, I'm planning to get Wind Waker after food and after stream. I know I just completely ignored that async yesterday. I will get on it. Okay. So this is a lie, but it could still be real. This is a lie, but it could still be real. This really looks like a lie. It's not a shaman pair. This, hold up. These two seem true. I'm thinking this, well no, this can't be a puka. Because then why is that there? So that means puka, shaman, corrupted, double claim. You should say demon here. You do? Why are you saying this? Because the plague doctor hit you. That startled me. Okay. 3 being evil does not make sense. It could have been... I was thinking it would have had to be Puka corrupted in order to make sense, but it was becoming clear the Puka was on the left side of the board. Alright. I'm probably going to call it here, because I've been live for longer than usual, and I kind of need food. And I think that's a good enough puzzle to end the stream on. I was hoping for something a little spicier, but... But that is good enough. 2 was Puka, 1 would have been lying. 6 would have been fake. Yeah, the other thing is my brain is like starting to shut down slightly. Oh my god, that's so many clips. What the hell? My god, that's so many pings. What the hell? Fish at my window? No, there's no fish at my window. That's not how this works. Alright. Now I need to find someone to raid out to. Am I still able to do AP tests? That depends. I honestly don't know. I might be busy with async stuff. A tempting raid. Do I see anything better? Yeah, I'm not seeing a better raid, so alright. At least I typed it correctly. I did. Alright. Y'all want to keep up with all my shenanigans? Something website links. I don't know how to do an outro. I'm way too goddamn tired. I barely slept tonight. Stream place and PeerTube crew. Stream is just ending. Twitch crew, I will be sending you all over to Runia. I believe her community is 18 plus. I might be wrong, but just out of an abundance of caution, if you are under that age, I suggest leaving now. She is playing Dark Sun, which is not a game I'm super familiar with. But she is just great. And her streams are great. And I don't know. I don't know how to raid out. I'm really goddamn hungry. I need to go make food. But yeah, I hope you enjoy her stream, and I'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow at this rate. I don't even know.